Alright everybody, so we are loaded in. This is episode 4 in Grand Tacticians, the Civil War, 1861-1865. The early access build. The game just got patched earlier this morning on September 1st, and we had just started a fresh campaign then. We are up to March 30th, 1861, as you can see at the top. This puts us on the Gettysburg map. We can see in the bottom right down here by 2 taverns, and coming up the Baltimore Pike will likely be the Union. We can deploy very far forward, so we can. Well, we can, so we will. And let's see. If I can rush skirmishers on them and stop them in the field, then there's a good chance, well, it'll probably be tactically better to deploy behind this stream. But if they're too passive, we may forward deploy. So I think what we're going to do is march the army in that direction, see what the skirmishers are able to do. I've been moving them into line formation in the previous 2 battles, if you've watched those. And the battles end up ending before the main body ever gets there. The skirmishers are able to basically wipe them. Well, to deal them enough casualties that the AI decides they've had enough and they withdraw. If in fact having them in line formation allows them to move faster, then we will do that. And maybe they'll get there in time for this to matter. I did not look at the numbers coming in. I guess I could do that now. In terms of what to expect. Oh, we unless they're getting reinforced. Well, it's gonna be a little rough if they're not getting enforced. We have Stuart's cavalry over here. Where could they go? Coming in this road, that wouldn't take them anywhere they want to go. They could conceivably come up here, but I find that they tend to just drive for the kind of victory points on the field. So I would think that they would come this way, then maybe this way, but maybe I'll send Stuart's cavalry over to the left. Here's Stuart actually showing up with an army on time. Yeah, I just thought of that. I think probably if you're watching this, you thought of that about 5 minutes ago. But that's me. So we're gonna get the main body moving in this direction. We'll send Stuart out on his end run, and we'll get our skirms moving. Again, it's unlikely they'll go there, but we'll move them. Okay, I'll move them, and we'll move them. And I think that's going to be everyone. Except for Buckner Sr. I think my skirmishers teleported again. We actually moving at 10 times speed? Maybe. Anyways, we can. Whoa. Kind of see what's going on. We'll go up and we'll do the skirmisher harass thing that we've been doing. Wanted to get up in that clump of trees and see if we could get fire on them from a distance, but even with teleportation, my skirmishers were too slow. But it looks like we got we got 5 of them. It's pretty good. Maybe we'll keep these guys near the stream with some cover, and if they're not going to advance, we could always threaten to pull back into that clump. I don't mind having one group in front of them, directly in front of them. But oh, they teleported, so they're not actually faster than Stuart. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, cavalry really don't want to be mounted. In an open field with skirmishers on 3 sides. So we'll see if they adapt. I think others have reported a bug where the AI won't. Yeah, that kind of looks like what's happening. So I think one of the solutions is going to be in future battles to maybe not send skirmishers out, or only send them out after they've already been in battle. Otherwise, there's really no point in watching these videos, because it's just skirmishers picking on cavalry who don't know how to dismount. But they'll get it figured out. Yeah, Stuart doesn't need to go over there. We know where they are. Put this on 10 times speed. You know, the cavalry's not now they knew to dismount, which is, that's weird. Usually the complaint in the past has been from others. I honestly don't recall if I've noticed it, that apparently your skirmishers will not trigger something in them that tells them to dismount. But now they did. I mean, what they really should do is withdraw. And I wonder if this is the only force there. Said we were supposed to fight 3,000. But I don't see anything else. Holy moly. 2,300. So how many do they have? It might just be the first. It is. It's all. This is the only unit we're engaged with. So in that case, if no reinforcements are going to come, though it's interesting that the ticker at the top has actually been moving more towards the right, even though it's about 3/4 of the way to the left. Actually, I don't mind just shooting up the cav, because this is going to take a lot longer to get the entire army here and then do this, and I don't think the results would have been drastically different. If they're going to be in an open field and we have infantry and cavalry and we have them in numbers, this result, it was going to happen the same way, just looks slightly different. But yeah, that was 10 times speed. I don't know that you can necessarily believe those numbers, but if they are, they're damning. Yeah, before I had mentioned something in a post on the Steam, that the calculations for morale and experience, I'm going to mention this in a previous episode, they didn't seem to make sense, because big battles gave little experience and small auto resolves gave 2 or 3 times the amount of experience. But now I don't know if giving no experience is a solution. So Johnston, I'm guessing, got his first pick. I'm familiar with the perks. Which ones are the best? I have no idea. I really don't. I almost never go into engineering or doing that. I like foot cav, but I don't actually use the force marches. So what's the point? This seems to make sense. It would be something that would play in the background, and it wouldn't seem to affect battles. This one, intuitively, the ambulance corps should be good, though the description kind of makes it seem like we're just getting out corruption. I would hope that this would mean that more wounded would recover and be able to return. And so I generally select it just on the hopes that that's what it does, although the description is kind of ambiguous about what benefit you're actually deriving by choosing it. Nonetheless, that's that. This is reverted back to Union controls, so we'll take the Army of the Potomac and we'll see. Hampton's division is here? Okay. They're supposed to be up here. No, we don't want them that close. I don't want to touch Fort Washington. I don't really want to touch any of the forts. That's that. Army Shenandoah. Let's see if we can engage and get back Baltimore. This is fine. Yeah, even though they just got beat there, they're still eager. Good for them. I'll at least get the music on for me. I'm not sure if it's going to play through the video. Moving over there. So I think I got this message before, but I think it was when I researched it. There was a bug where I was getting notified in a previous campaign every day, or almost every day, that the Union had researched Diplomacy Level 1. I was like, well, that's good, but, you know, I don't probably need to know this every day. Maybe it was a slow news month. I doubt it, with the Civil War and all that. But here we are. I don't think we took... Yeah, we didn't take Louisville yet. That's... I wanted to come through the interior. Yeah, that's... Well, I guess we'll get it that way. It is what it is. It's fine. But let's move along here. Right. Yeah. This is what it is. Some armies are still waiting to execute orders. Other people who play this probably get more involved. they build stuff. I don't. Telegraph lines for faster communications. I've found the benefit of them not that important. I mean, I haven't had a problem really with units moving. That'd be something that maybe as everything becomes a bit more polished, I would care to do. When you have to be that good, that getting a little bit of a head start's a big deal, but it doesn't yet quite seem to matter. And I think it's also particular to the 1861 campaign. It seems like from what others have written, I've not experienced this myself, but the 1862 Union calls for volunteers. Yeah, they're a little bit behind in doing that, but 1862 campaigns and others, the armies, both armies are a little bit more, I guess, maybe evenly matched. Maybe that's not the right word, but or the right phrase, but it doesn't come to mind. But it seems like whoever you're playing against is a little bit more ready to respond. Oh, I didn't even get to fight that one. I just saw the siege thing at the top of the screen, but I did not notice. This is another one of those that I would have preferred to fight, because if I get them in combat, I'm going to actually get them to fight. But that did earn Johnston a perk. It seems, I mean, it's great. You know, we'll use it. I was thinking towards the flying column, expert scouts. Yeah, I'm not sure that actually gets me though. I don't know if I'm cutting their supplies. I don't know if I'm finding where they are. On battle maps, I don't have that problem. Embedded reporters. Yeah, I mean, if I care about making them. What's that? Usually I get that notification from Pittsburgh. I'm not sure what city they're talking about, and I'm not sure why it's a big deal now. Baltimore got recaptured. Alright, I guess it was a slow news day, and that's why they went with that. But I do want to get Johnston his second perk. Siege train. I'm trying to avoid sieges. I'm still not sure what this actually gets me, because I frequently can't see the army in a siege, and I don't know that it really changes the artillery I have. This is self-explanatory, makes sense. Orders have to be faster than couriers. That's okay. Drawing maps. That doesn't really describe to me what I want. Situational awareness. I don't usually feel situationally unaware. And this might be cool if I start using it, but I never do. Pontoon train. That actually seems useful. So they're up to industrialization 3. What are the armies? Yeah, we got 13,045 guns. They got 9,000. It's a fight. Yeah, and I think this battle, however it goes, will be the end of this episode. As promised last time, I'm not going to send I'll send the skirmishers out to scout, but I won't have them destroy the enemy army before the rest of my line gets there. It's a solid plan, but as we all know, it may not last that long. Alright, Union's coming up from our top left. So basically 2 ways to do this. I could deploy up on Braddock Road, march across, and duke it out up here. This is going to be very open terrain in the sense that it's not heavily forested, although there are these pretty significant rivers. I mean, this would be an interesting place to have a battle. You wouldn't want to get caught down here outgunned, outmanned, or anything else. That's not a terrible idea. I'm leaning more towards deploying south, moving up these roads here, taking the victory points, or at least denying them the easy victory points, and then camping perhaps back here. I mean, Matthews Hill is generally a bit more useful as part of the defense against an attack that comes over the river that way. But you could still get some good artillery fire through the field. If I get there first, I can get infantry in the woods. And so I think because there are more roads, more victory points, than there is if I just throw everybody up north. I think I'm going to go this way. Alright, so we are pulling skirmishers out to scout. I'll try moving them late so they don't do that weird teleporting thing. Or maybe the first movement I do with them won't be far. So if they can teleport once, it won't be the kind of super advantage that I've enjoyed up to this point. We'll keep everybody in marching for me. That's not really what I want. I want the arty close to where I need it. The infantry should get there first. Alright, so not moving these guys far means just move them up here, try to get them away from the infantry so I can see them, click on them. I'm getting stuck. Come on guys, let's speed it up. Okay, Ashby. Alright, Ashby. That time they didn't teleport just as well. Send him up there. Over there. Sudley. And we'll send some further right. Just in case they try to pull one. Alright, move everybody up at 10 times, and we'll see what we get. Alright, we see them. We're moving up. We're going to try... Oh wait, I don't want to... It's hard to resist the temptation to not crush these guys. I mean, this is such a tempting... I just really want to put skirmishers right here and just barrel down that road or have them light up that road, but that would be contrary to my earlier pronouncement. So we won't do that, but I do want to keep eyes on them. And when the combat does break out, I'm still going to use those skirmishers. So you can see how the AI reacts when they're not under fire. As normal people generally do, they kind of just go about their business. They're not being shot at. Still poking along. Maybe we'll get an engagement here. Took the Sudley Springs. Alright, good for them. I don't know where they're going to go. I would assume to Sudley Church and that way, because most of the victory points are that way. But there's nothing guaranteed about that. I guess they're holding here to do something. Wait for others to catch up. Thomas looks like he's on the road. Is he marching on the road or is he just turned around? He's just turned around. Yikes, boys, you better get set up. Now they look like they're bypassing. They're gonna go over here. They're gonna cross over here. I mean, I think I can get my army on these roads and pop up over here. Alternatively, I might be able to just get my arty on them, and that might do it. I don't know if I throw one unit at them if they'll engage or run away. We'll test that and see how it goes. Maybe if they see some of us here, they'll be less likely to run. Though I don't know they're necessarily looking for us. Maybe they'll pull back. Still try to keep it moving. Okay, now they're getting shot at. I don't really care if I kill them. Just take cover. Okay. Alright, we're gonna pull you in. Alright, good, good. Lay down. Don't get shot. Okay. Some infantry's starting to show up. Oh no, they broke them after 25 casualties. But, I mean, it is what it is. I believe if I turn detachments off, this was Stovall, then they'll go back into the parent army. I don't know if they'll respond because they are broken. They may not. I'm not going to say that it worked in pulling these guys in because now they're kind of just hanging out on the low ground on a precarious peninsula. Alright. We see any movement here. Nothing in an affirmative direction. They seem to just kind of be clustered. Huh. Well, I promised I would try to fire some artillery. I'm going to make good on that. As best as artillery can. I guess this might be an angle. Yeah, no, we don't need you there. What we need you to do is have everybody get in battle line. We can have you actually... I don't know if they can line up a shot. I think this is actually too low to see. That might be too low to see as well. But they can try. So line that up. Kirkland. I don't know what angle you're going to get. I don't think this is going to... I don't think that's going to hit them. It seems like they're too low to get that angle. But the infantry's here. The line's going to get formed up. The order to get into line formation should be coming down to them. So even though they look like they're going to be in the movement column, hopefully by the time they engage, they'll have gotten the order and followed it to get into battle line. Who are we here? Why can't we click on you? Well, I guess we'll find out. Because I'm running out of time in the real world here to get this battle off, I'm going to move the skirmishers up so when the fighting breaks out... No, 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 no. See if you can go down there. What are they going to do? Like, rappel down this? Slide down it? No. We'll figure it out. Whoa, why would you want to go backwards? No, 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 no. Nobody told you to go back there. You guys... get ready to fire. There you go. You got the order. I knew you would. Okay. You guys also going to move backwards? You're not going to move backwards. Only Kirkland had the desire to do that. Alright. They are now facing the right direction. I still think at a terrible angle. I mean, I don't see much happening there. Nope, you're actually going to go up. As are you. Okay. These guys have... oh no, 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 no. No part of that should have happened. I don't know why clicking cancel they still insisted on doing that, but... no, you do that. You do that. That'll be fine, I think. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Why don't we try that? And yeah, that's... it'll be more like that. Are these guys moving? Oh no, they're just taking off this way for some reason. Nope, no reason to move back. Every reason to move up. I wonder why their cohesion is failing. It might be because they're untrained. I'm a little unclear as to how training works in the game. I noticed a lot of other players, YouTubers, I shouldn't say a lot, I've only seen a few. The forces always seem to be untrained or have poor or low training. I'm not sure why that is. Can we get around this? Maybe not. Maybe not. Ah, I killed the sick beats. That's rough. It's really rough. Okay. What's going on over here? We're firing. That's never a bad start in a war. Fine, fine. Okay. Why are you running away? What are you running away from? I'm not sure what all that was about. These guys still want to be in column. Yeah, one of the other things I think is going to get worked through is the location of the commander. So far, the general position has been, well, they always go to the place where they're most convenient to send out orders to everyone. Not yet. Most of the time they tend to lag the army, and so they tend to get really far away from the infantry, who frequently need to be moved and repositioned, and the arty, which usually just needs to change their angle to hit something. They end up being really close to them, but they don't need them. The arty doesn't need the commanders that close because they're not that mobile. But, you know, the AI is doing a job. They sent out some skirmishers here, which is, you know, it's good. I mean, but the decision to camp down here, it's on the list, I'm sure. Overall, it is looking like, I guess, heavier casualties on their side because their force is so small relative to ours. I don't know if we can yet. If we can get around that flank and shoot at them, these guys are largely just stepping up behind a church. You can see, though, I mean, you know, for all the remarks about, you know, not wanting to have this kind of, or focusing on the graphics, the fact that the church is taking shot here definitely looks like it's been in the middle of a battle, and it is smack dab in the middle of this shooting and arty fest here. They're taking casualties. I don't know why they still appear like that, and I also don't know why skirmishers, they don't really have, that's just the default, I think, option is to be in that triple line. We'll get them to lay down because they're taking casualties. They're not taking casualties, so I'll take the higher rate of fire. Thomas's detachment taking some casualties, not a lot. Actually, they're doing pretty well holding over there, to be honest. But I do want to get on them. The closer we are, the more damage we'll do. And since I don't think that this is going to be a terribly competitive battle, I don't think they have the numbers or the terrain to make this terribly competitive. I think we're just going to push through and get to the end of this episode, and that will be good enough for now. We'll take a look and see how things shake out at the end. But let's try to fast forward this, see what we get. Okay, we're getting some kind of stalwart detachment here, which I guess just hasn't been volleyed thoroughly enough. Come on, boys, let's move up. Let's move up. It's a detachment of skirmishers. We can do this. Still haven't taken any casualties. The casualties are high, but they're still confident. Come on. Let's move this already up, because I don't think they're hitting much of anything from there. I don't know how they could. Once we get the arty shooting down on them, could move things along. Whoa, 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 we want to turn it, face it that way. Their casualties haven't increased. They're not taking any. Maybe it's the cavalry bug, but they do have an infantry division down there. Let's see. We haven't spent that much ammo, 6 rounds. These guys spent 14 rounds, though. I think we're going to have a marksmanship drill at some point to try to make them a little more efficient. Casualties, where are we at? 25 for me, 60 for them, 12% to 1%. And I'm not sure if this is a bug either, just the fact that that detachment had remained there so long. Move them up, move them up. And I would assume, because that's worked out well, I would assume that once we get the infantry aimed up, the remaining forces there probably gonna break. Let's turn it up. Yeah, they're good. Alright, we'll do that. We're doing that. It's the proverbial turkey shoot right there. Are these guys firing? No, they're not. Let's get them in a position where they can. They are. These guys look like they're pretty short range. Let's get them up. Get them over there. They're good. Yikes. Tons of casualties there. Map still says it's indecisive. I'm not sure what's indecisive about this, or what has not been decided about this, unless they think there are large numbers of others coming. I mean, the kill numbers have definitely risen on my side. I mean, we're shooting through our ammo apparently pretty quickly. The battle's taken longer than I thought, and other things are coming up. So I think I'm going to pause this battle for now, and we'll finish up with it at the beginning of episode 5.